rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Bhaal's door to baptize his deus most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord? You hold proof of faith, but to hold and deserve are different. How have you proven yourself in the Dreadlord's eyes? Unorthodox, but a show of faith nonetheless. Walk in blood.
Clean your rats. They swarm when an elder brain is near. We must be close to its hiding place. Turn back. We must have all the Netherstones before we approach the brain.
Oh, Master, Master, Master! You have come home to your royal dwelling. But why did you exert yourself so getting here? I was waiting to open the door. Lady Orin told me not to let you in. But I'd never listen to the pretender to your fetid throne. We are unfortunate bunkmates, as she refuses to leave your estate. Every day she kills me as I'm trying to beautify the temple for your return. Up to thrice some days. Being killed by you is so much more pleasurable, Master. The temple is all tidied and ready for your worshipful act of mortal combat. The eye sockets of our graven god's icon are all polished up, ready to glow menacingly as you bludgeon your sister to death. I've restacked every pile of skulls and mounted more skeletons on the walls for a cozy touch. Yeah, I would have told you so, but didn't dream of interrupting when you were enjoying yourself so. A 1,000 succubi could give me no greater delight. There's a puddle of blood on the floor as you walk in. Careful, don't slip.
I hear you are to duel Lady Orin. If it pleases you, child of murder, I would have her carcass once you're finished. Oh, nothing untoward. I simply wish to flay her. Oh, such skin she has. Oh, so fine and malleable. Oh, what a trophy it would make.
This way.
Shh, shh. Your savior approaches, scuttling in without the tyrant's rock. You are a mangled bloodbrain, thinking father could be refused. I know what you did. Spilled my grandfather's crimson. He was mine. He showed me the way. To slice
and slit. He guides my dagger still. Did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation. Yes, give me agony. Pluck me bone from socket. Stroke me with a jagged edge until my skin shreds wet and red. You still don't remember, do you, bloodkin?
How you screamed as my knife slit your skull. Your brain juices, sticky and sweet. A little hole, big enough for the worm. Your body, a blood sack to feed it. The favorite of Bhaal turned meat puppet, strung up by the sinews and plucked by my hands.
This is the truth you had forgotten. You were the favorite, the chosen. Orin was your subordinate. You led the cultists of Bhaal and orchestrated the absolute plot. It was your genius, your cruelty, your design. At your moment of greatest triumph, when all the pieces were in place, she betrayed you, infected you, and took your place.
Husk, maggot, a Bhaal spawn, sliding in filth with these pigs. You don't deserve the Murder Lord's blessing. Opens its lips and spews filthy lies. No! None can resist Father's blessing. He tells me, whisper quiet, the lies must be cut from your throat. Come close, my death's heads, but keep your blades unblooded. Bhaal demands a jewel. He wants to taste my domination. An altar flowing with his own unwilling flesh. Draining, dying. Drip, drip, drip.
You should have trained harder, Master. No! No! Poor Master! Get up! Please, please get up! If you don't get up, you will be disinherited! Desecrate the Pretender! Take vengeance!
Husk, maggot, A Bhaal spawn, sliding in filth with these pigs. No! The Murder Lord demands one. Only one. It is me. It must be me. Come close, my death's heads, but keep your blades unblooded. Bhaal demands a jewel. He wants to taste my domination.
You should have trained. Master, you are the chosen one. He is near. He comes for you.
From your god, your father, an offering of his affection for you, or confirmation that he owns you. For the first time in over a century, silence falls over the Bhaal temple. No chants, no screams, no prayers. In the end, your own death brought you more joy than any you wrought on this land. You are slipping into peaceful oblivion. But your journey is not over.
Thou hast defied Bhaal, thy liege and father, and in doing so hast earned a place among champions and heroes. But alas, Thy courage was in opposition to the divine cosmology that bound thee to the Lord of Murder. Thou art now faithless, godless, and doomed to wander the fugue plane for eternity. I will not permit that, though all the powers of life and death dictate that it should be so. I, too, still hold some power, and I invest a portion of it in thee, who hath challenged the gods and now liveth to tell of it. Thy fight is not over, and it is thy fight. For one who can look upon Bhaal and oppose him can survive any crisis. So rise, challenger of gods, and prepare for battle once more. Death will not claim thee whilst I endure. A scribe, a seneschal, a keeper of records, and now thine advocate, both here and in the city of the dead. I can only give what thou hast earned. Bhaal tried to extinguish thee, but his wrath is imprecise. He only succeeded in killing the part of thee he knew. The urge that drove thee to terrible acts, the spark of brutality that made thee his. But there is a new part of you that hath grown during thy travels. That part Bhaal could not extinguish, and so, instead of destroying thee, he hath made thee anew.
You did it. You're free. I'm so goddamn proud of you.
The heart of a savior hath overshadowed the mind of a murderer. Thou hast vanquished thine urge. I know all, but to state truths is to interfere, for the minds of mortals are easily swayed. My place, for the most part, is to observe. This intervention, the reclamation of thy soul, is beyond mine ordinary remit, but thou art extraordinary. And so are these times. Today thou art born anew.
You're the author of your own tale now. Well done.
Greet the bloodless dawn, child of none. Do not thank me. Trust in thy courage and the conviction of thy companions. As it was, so it is again. A hero has risen from a legacy of death.
I live once more. The Dreadlord's plaything no longer. To camp. I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's scion.
You are born anew, cured of all distraction. Good. Orin's Netherstone is in our grasp. And now we must look ahead to the other, Gortash. Find him and take his Netherstone.
Lost something.
A spasm grips your chest. Your strength falters. An emptiness grows within you, Paladin. Something has been lost.
You have broken your oath, Paladin. At the close of day, I will be waiting for you. We have much to discuss.
Another Bhaal spawn buried by our hand. Bhaal should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashiman winter.
It is a phrase in the old tongue of Rashiman, meaning blunt blade. Even in the very belly of their battle rage, a berserker must always know friend from foe. A berserker who cannot must into battle with a blunted sword, so that their rage might harm none but themselves. Boo and I, we thank you for your kind words, my friend. But Minsk knows when he has made a mess that is for him and him alone to clean. But still, I will strive to be worthy of this faith you show in me. After all, even a blunt blade can break some bones, is it not so? You will grow to like Jahira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes? How dare you? Minsk pretends at nothing, half the way or otherwise. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsk's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashiman, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands they are silent, but in the far north, they know how to speak still. The first time, my Dajema, a warrior's quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsk returned to Rashiman to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk of Rashiman, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsk politely disagreed. Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rashiman, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsk of Rashiman, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no? Such a skeptic, my friend. Minsk cannot prove the point to you, for the Telthors of this land lie sleeping. And for this, we had best be glad. In Rashiman, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot. The first time, it was only polite. After, yes, Boo, that was before we were... As you wish. Boo, do you have much to say on the matter of something else? As you wish, but quietly. It is listening. No! There is a very ancient and very wise saying that Minsk lives by. He who would try to control evil must beware lest evil tricks him, steals his clothes, and kicks his backside with his own boots. I read it on the privy wall in the Blushing Mermaid many years ago. Oh, Minsk knows all about this Emperor. It has tried to introduce itself to me already. Minsk does not trust it. No, I do not think our new friend wishes to see me blubbering, Boo. Minsk is normally the strong and violent type, but if you insist on hearing a sad tale, he can tell it. This Emperor played a very cruel trick. It made me believe that something lost had been found. It came to me in dreams, wearing a face I never thought to see again. Dinah here. A witch of my homeland. She was to be the greatest of them, and I her protector. It was not easy. She was a fierce and independent cub. She did not think she needed Mother Bear Minsk to protect her. And she was right. The elders sent us out into the world, thinking it would teach her to bow a little. But it was the world that bowed to Dinah here, wherever she went. And Minsk blundered along behind. And in the end, it was she who died, protecting me. That is in the past. It showed me Dinah here not as she was, but as she would have been. Should have been. Hearing her voice again, For a moment, Minsk almost believed it. But then, the Emperor made a mistake. It did the one thing that Tiny here would never, ever do. It told Minsk exactly what he wanted to hear. Dinah here. Hers was more the habit of teaching Minsk many new ways to say the word fool. I think on what she would say to Minsk now, cowering from a creature in his own skull. Fine. If you say this tadpole is a weapon, then let us wield it. So long as it is still our hearts that guide us, yes? Or better yet, my hamster. Make sure you are refreshed before we set out again, friend. The road to justice is paved with kicked buttocks. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. We have. Is it not wonderful? There is no need for sweet words between companions such as we. Too often those are the weapons of flatterers and frauds. But she who will beat you about the head with the cold and pointy truth, that is a true Wicklaren. So, duty, camaraderie, help in troubled times. What I call the bond of a Wicklaren, you simply call friendship. I think I understand your meaning. Then Jaheira is my Wicklaren. And so are you. You are my Wicklaren. And Will is my Wicklaren. And Lae'zel is my Wicklaren. And Astarion is my Wicklaren. And Gale is my Wicklaren. And Shadowheart is my Wicklaren. And Halsin is my Wicklaren. And Karlach is my Wicklaren. Or, no, Karlach is a berserker, so perhaps Minsk is her Wicklaren? My thanks to you, Wicklaren. You have given me much to think on. And should some enemy knock it loose again, Boo shall remind me. Make sure you are refreshed before Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Boo is ready with the musings. Minsk knows her people well. The skin of the world is thin up in Resheman, and it is easier there for things to slip between the planes. Sometimes these are wonders from other worlds. Sometimes warriors, hungry for plunder. Such visitors have inspired a saying among my people. The children of Gith live long and forget the face of death. And so they come to Resheman to be reminded. And Minsk did not mean to say so. No more than he is a Hathran of his high country. No, Minsk has no hatred for Githyanki. It is a fine thing to fight against them. And a fine thing to fight beside them too, I think. Besides, the children of Gith alone have witnessed a sight that I have long yearned to behold.
And for a moment, you share in a vision tinged with his awe. Imaginings of the astral sea, an immense horde of wild space hamsters drifting in the endless expanse.
The Githyanki may have Minsk of Rashiman's ire, sometimes healthy servings of his sword. But for this, and this alone, they shall always have his respect.
Congratulations are in order. I fancied myself the sage advisor, sworn to guide you through what it means to be a child of Bhaal. And while I mulled on that solemn responsibility, you went and took care of it on your own. Well done. Truly. The path of a Bhaalspawn is not an easy one, nor does it ever truly end. But you found your footing where so many before you have fallen. Wherever you lead from now, we will follow. I wonder if Gortash knows just who it is he is dealing with. Lead then. Nature's servant awaits. Ask it.
It was no easy thing, overcoming those urges that gripped you. I'm not sure I would have managed in your shoes. Well done. Good. I knew you had what it took to quieten your demons. I'd hate to have lost the real you.
You fought hard to win back control over yourself. I can only imagine how you feel. Congratulations. And a hard-won freedom at that. Well done.
You have conquered your urge. You have taken back your own soul. I'm so proud of you. If I had a bottle of dragon dew, I'd open it in your honor.
You're cured. You're free. This merits a celebration. You did what you had to do to get yourself right. To choose the life you wanted to live. Very fucking proud of you, darling. Seriously.
Your new lease of life suits you rather well. What do you and your newborn vitality require of me? Nothing like ridding oneself of a god's unwanted influence to lighten the load on your shoulders. I wasn't sure if we'd lose you to that darkness entirely. I'm glad to know you found your way back to us.
Well done again on besting Bhaal and all that. It was very twee. Especially the part where that poor excuse for a skeleton waved his magic wand and made it all better. Yes, you were so very scary. I knew you had that sweet heart all along. I was alarmed by you sometimes, scandalized even. But somehow, by your side, I still only ever saw you.
It is not in a Githyanki's nature to say thank you. Our language doesn't even have a phrase for it. Kraith Khan Jan is the closest equivalent I know. May your enemies know agony. But after releasing me from Orin's grip, there is only one proper response. Thank you. Sincerely. Well, good then. Let's carry on. You have vanquished the Slayer, as I knew you would. You are strong. You are mighty. You are you.
It's not a lie! If you would just listen, I could explain!
You have done quite enough explaining, Volothamp Gadam. You have poisoned the very hearts and minds of these good, kind, gentle citizens with your lies, your delusions, your conspiracies. Though you hide behind a mask of stories, we have seen beyond the veil. We see what you really are. Fearmonger.
Here, here!
Attention seeker.
Here, here!
Agent of chaos.
Your parasite stirs in recognition. This man is infected.
Right in the hells follow!
Today, citizens, we rid ourselves of this cankerous sore. Today, we burn away all falsehoods. Today, we will be divided no longer, for today, we rise in truth.
Psst. Don't just stand there. Help me, goddammit! Help me!
I suppose we should aid him. Though I'd hate to miss the show.
The newcomer speaks, and speaks of evidence, and trials, and justice. And in so doing, they delay their very own salvation. Dear citizen, dear friend, rest assured you...
No! Please! No!
Hells, it's everywhere still. I don't suppose you've got any experience getting oil out of sealed wood. Me and Flea here were out on the water casting our nets, expecting to find the usual crop of halibut. Then, all of a sudden, my net starts dragging, and there's a bloody wave servant all twisted up in it. We took her back to the docks to try and help her, but she was already dead. Buggered if I know. Might be something to do with all that oil in the water. It's too bad we can't sell him. Bloody waste, if you ask me. We both saw some sort of wake moving towards the docks when we picked her up. But there weren't any other boats around. Maybe it was something big moving underwater. I don't know. It was weird, whatever it was. Kinda looked like it might have been heading towards that building across the channel, actually. And the other wave servants came to get it. Her. Sorry. They took her back to the temple. You can hear the bloody caterwauling from here. The boat's fine, but the nets are in tatters. Need to deal with all this oil before we can fix them, though. I hate sending Lee packing the girls off without me. But if that smuggler can get them to Waterdeep and away from the Absolute...
That lousy smuggler won't take all of us because we can't afford 4 berths. Greedy bastard!
Of course they do.
Papa says I have to be strong to help Mama. I don't know if I can be that strong. But I'll try.
I don't want to go without Papa! Mama, he has to go with us!
This is life and death for me too, mate. You only get as many berths on my sloop as you can pay for. If I allow any freeloaders, my own crew will scrag me. That's a very convincing proposal, sir. I'll do just as you say.
Gods! I really thought I was done for. I suppose thanks are in order. Again, what's an heroic story without a little risking of one's neck, eh? And you know what they say, the bigger the story, the more people want to kill you for it. You of all people will, know what I mean. I'll, tell you what I know, but not here. Too many eyes, ears, weapons about. Meet me at your camp, hmm?
Oh, Wave Mother, Queen of the Depths, hear me. Please carry Holly to her final rest in the deep wilds. Please. Sorry, are you here for Wave Servant Holly's funeral? Oh, it's already started. They're just inside. No. All are welcome to come and celebrate the life of the fallen Wave Servant. May the Wave Mother smile on you as she did Holly.
It is splendid to see you again, my friend. If you hadn't saved me from that mob, I'd be penning a guide to the afterlife based on first-hand experience. Perhaps you would hazard a guess as to why the mob turned on me? It is not the eyes that I fear, it is the intelligence behind them. The Absolute is merely the outward form of something far more insidious. The Lord of Murder has returned. As he did 100 years ago, Bhaal has set his accursed sights on Baldur's Gate. And his temple runs red with the blood of the innocent. And just as then, he has more than one chosen to manifest his gruesome plot. He has Orin, and he has you. I see that. You have at least a measure of self-control. But Bhaal's inheritance is not shrugged off so easily. The heart of a Bhaalspawn is a flipped coin that lands on its edge. Yours is a family set on self-slaughter. When there are two or more, They will destroy one another until a single heir to the throne of blood remains. In times gone by, there was an errant-hearted Bhaal who stood against his foul father and brother, Saravok. Optimist that I am, I hope you are of similar heroic vintage. I believe you will be. And I'd like to help the only way I know how, with a guidebook. This one did not flow from my quill, but from that of the wizard Irenicus. It is a study of the Slayer, and may give you a much-needed edge when you face Bhaal's Chosen. The Dream Eater. It is said the children of Bhaal are claimed throughout their sleep, ever disturbed by visions of a life of bloodshed and terror. Once they have seen too much, once these dreams drive their minds to break, they are beset by the Slayer. It is a beast of unspeakable violence that consumes all in its path, including the soul of the one who is host to it. A genius, exiled from his home in the elven paradise of Soldanessala, when he attempted to seize the power of life itself, he instead turned his magnificent mind to murder on a grand scale. That is how he came to crave the power of the Bhaal spawn. He saw them not as living things, but as tools for his own machinations. In the end, though Irenicus took the form of the Slayer for himself, it was a Bhaal spawn who thwarted him, the same that saved Baldur's Gate. Quite so. I was rather hoping you'd gathered all the rest of the adventuring paraphernalia yourself. You'll need every advantage. I am a living witness to Bhaal's defeat those 100 years ago. So I know your battle against him is not futile. He can be stopped. But not all of those who stood against him survived. And those who did were never the same again. I wish you luck, my friend. And I hope that when I see you again, you'll be in one piece. 2 or 3 at most.
Rejoice, sisters, for Umberlee has blessed her humble daughter with a pure death. Her lips blue with her kiss, her lungs full of her quenching word. Umberlee's mercy saved her from a slow, sinking death in the beast's shadow. How dare this beast sully the safety of Grey Harbor? We will find its master and send him struggling into the bitch queen's embrace. Not a sweet sleep like Holly's, but a suffocating flood of fruitless garths and bursting flesh. You, supplicant, what tribute do you bring to honor the Wave Mother's fallen daughter? A fine offering. Always appreciated in the eyes of the Wave Mother. Your tribute is well received. Breathe deep as she permits. Holly, one of Umberlee's beloved wave servants. Blessed Umberlee saw fit to spare her an ignoble death. But her passing was not as the Wave Mother intended. It was a beast who took her life. An unnatural one whose very existence is an affront to Umberlee. A wretched metal monstrosity hewn by hubris. A rusting pollutant that bleeds black blood into Umberlee's pristine waters. The beast struck Holly while she was swimming in Grey Harbor. She was found by some fishermen. She would have suffered a terrible, agonizing death had Umberlee not bestowed upon her the mercy of drowning. The Queen of the Depths is generous to those who serve her, and her favor is far less deadly than her wrath. Find the master of this poisonous beast and slay him. Then one of her most precious gifts shall be yours. That privilege is not yours to earn. We haven't found its lair as yet. Perhaps you can find where the beast takes its slumber and skewer it before it wakes. Salt kiss your brow. We await your return and the Beastmaster's demise.
You are asking the impossible. Gyrometics require a steady hand and a sharp gaze. I can barely keep my eyes open. I need to rest.
You have a son, do you not? Is he as lazy and pathetic as his spineless mother?
Wait! Stay your hand, I beg you.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
Tell me, Gondian. Tell me about your son.
He's not... Yes, Overseer Holt. He's frail in body and mind like me, like all of us. Yet by your grace, he lives.
And your wife?
She was useless and interfered with production quotas. You were wise to remove her from this world. Forgive my outburst. I will work through the night. This Watcher will be operational by dawn.
I will allow it. But if your work is anything short of impeccable, your son will die screaming. Is that clear?
Yes. Overseer Holtz.
Red Brother, stand ready. Gondians, so much as twitch, and I'll rip your tongues out myself. An interloper? How did you get in here? It matters not. You revealed yourself for nothing. The Gondians wouldn't know a spine if I ripped it from their backs and beat them with it.
You're wrong. Even if we beg, even if we humiliate ourselves, it won't matter. You'll kill us all anyway.
What was that?
I said, we shall bow no more. For the glory of Gond! Perhaps incinerate them.
I'm so dead!
Blessed be. What have we done? They're dead. They're all dead. No. You don't understand. The Overseers hold more than our lives hostage. They have our families. And if they see what we've done, killing me will only be the beginning. God help us.
You deserved it.
Non gufgrish of the lore. Your nervous gait betrays your presence, stranger. You don't belong here. Who are you? What? Go away! Your presence imperils us all. If any of us attempts to escape, our kin will die. The Overseers, they have a contraption. When triggered, it will kill everyone who wears a collar. You underestimate the enemy. The Overseers, they are Glixbran Rakthar. The collars are not only equipped with explosives, there is also a mechanism that alerts the Overseers if they're removed. One of us may be able to save themselves, but it would be at the expense of everyone else. We can't risk it. Even if we did somehow unshackle our collars simultaneously and overthrow our oppressors, there would be consequences. Our families are held elsewhere. The Overseers need only activate those contraptions they hold, and they suffer the consequences of our actions too. We cannot win. We must aid in building these Vagron. Gungal. Aye. Even more, I'd help you destroy this place. I don't know where they are, but some of the Overseers must. You'll have to infiltrate deeper into the Foundry. Just make sure you don't get caught. If they raise the alarm, they'll trigger the collars. I will pray for you. My daughter. Her name is Obinia. Gondral Frakas Hulnish. May Gond be with you.
Ah, I was hoping I hadn't missed you. The Patriarchs are safe, but it took longer to calm them down than I was hoping. Hope you're closer to some answers, Bhaalspawn. Did you find the tribunal? It's true. It's still there. I heard the only one to walk out alive from that place was the Bhaalspawn who killed Saravok all those years ago. Hells. No witness has even claimed to have seen it in decades. What I'd give to see the place. There must be so much history completely untouched. Oh, that's... Oh. You must have seen some troubling things to find that out. Do you know who your own mother is? If that is true, you must be of unparalleled value to your father. Have you won your freedom yet? Oh, you magnificent bastard! You faced him and lived! You have to tell me how. Fascinating. I mean, how horrible. Well done for making it out. It sounds as if his cult has crumbled. Even if it took everything you had to stop it. So history repeated itself. A duel between Bhaalspawn in the Temple of Bhaal itself. What I would have given to be a witness to that. You're a wonder. Soon you'll be sewn into the very fabric of this city as one of our legends. It's an honor to know you. No matter what you are, what you were, you are the best of the Baldurians now. I'd say you should join the Fist. We need detectives like you, but I suspect you'll need a good long rest.
I knew my return to Baldur's Gate wouldn't be onerous, but this is a little much.
Oh, this place stinks. It's enough to make a statue walk.
Oi! What's this? You ain't supposed to be down here, mate.
You spot a curious metal contraption in the water. A submersible.
The only port in this whole bleeding city that matters. Now, why are you here? Did Gortash send you? Let me guess. This is about them Umberly servants. You tell them to stay out of the way. Cap needs the right of way. He can't stop on a dime when they go darting in front of the prow. This big boy, the captain of Grey Harbour, built him with my own two hands. Can take the passage between here and the Iron Throne faster than you can say, fuck the Absolute. Nothing without Lord Gortash's go-ahead. I transport whoever he needs taken to the Iron Throne. Prisoners, mostly, but that's his business. It's an underwater prison. Most secure in the realms. Myself and Cap are the only ones who can make it there in one piece. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch Foundry under control. Oh, yeah? And are you here to make good on that? I'll take you in. But look, there's some bad shit going down in there. You don't want to get involved. Neither did I, but it was them or me. I'll get Cat warmed up. Get in when you're ready. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch Foundry under control. Oh, yeah? And are you here to make good on that? And you're the judge, jury, and executioner, is that it? Yeah, right. Say goodbye, kid.
Is it done? Have you slain the Beastmaster? Umberly smiles on us all. Thank you for enacting her blessed vengeance. May the tides crush his bones to sand. As promised, the Wave Mother rewards those who submit to her will. May the seas be as kind as you deserve.